Infinity Ward has made some huge changes to Modern Warfare 2, the second, for the official release. And some are quality of life improvements, some are going to change multiplayer and Warzone 2 in a major, major way. So let's just get to it. Infinity Ward has acknowledged a lot of the issues from the beta, and one of the first issues was, if you guys remember, you couldn't see anything when you were shooting someone past 20 feet because in Call of Duty, realism takes priority. And so every bullet you shot was like Naruto summoning a shadow clone, and you couldn't see a goddamn thing. Well, they heard the feedback and actually added a little diamond above the enemy team's head so that you can always tell where you're shooting at. And honestly, thank God, because I thought I was losing those gunfights because I was bad at the game. So now I have an excuse. Another adjustment they made was the footstep audio. And Dr. Disrespect could finally call his primary physician and tell him that he won't have to take the pills anymore because the audio in this game was actually pretty good. Too good, actually. To the point where it sounded like there was just this constant, there was like a Smurf tap dancing in your ear the entire match. And also, you'd hear the enemy footsteps from like Mesopotamia, so you just hear this stampede happening around you at all times, but you're actually more confused than you would have been if you couldn't hear anything at all. So now they've shortened the distance at which you hear the enemy footsteps to lessen the advantage the guys standing still have over the enemy actually trying to play the game. All of these are great quality of life improvements, but the real hitter comes with the response to hacking. Now, my biggest problem with their overall approach to hacking is that it kind of just felt like Activision was stealing gigabytes off my computer by making me download Ricochet, and the beta was rough. Now, I got a couple clicks I actually want to show you guys, and I'd like for you to actually help me out here because maybe I just haven't played Call of Duty in a minute, and the kids these days are trained in Sparta, so I'd like for you guys to help me out in seeing whether or not these guys were hacking because I can't tell anymore. So anyway, my team and I had just finished taking out the guys capturing the B flag. And so I make the strategic decision to sit at this spot and hold it down for a bit. I'm not camping. I'm playing the objective. And I decided it would make it easier to play the objective if I mounted onto this box. Again, I'm protecting the objective. Now, it doesn't take long for me to hear the football game happening outside of this building, or at least that's what it sounds like in my headphones. I don't know, maybe they're racing horses. In any case, I'm ready to flip anyone's muffin cap back blue the moment they turn this corner, and as you can see, it was pretty close actually. I think I almost won the fight. Now I know you guys are thinking, that looked a little strange, that looked a little sus. Considering all he could see was my eyebrows, the fact that he just gunned me down in such a manner left me cause for concern. But upon watching the replay, this is just a regular guy who just locked onto my head through the wall. As you do. And then in the next clip, I'm still in that same game, and obviously I'm dominating as expected. I mean, boom, boom. And here I stop for a second to reload my weapon to give myself the illusion of safety. And God forbid there's someone in this lobby that's hacking, so all this effort I'm putting in is completely wasted. And as you can see, my effort is not the only thing that's wasted here. Whatever money they spent on Ricochet was better used as rolling paper for Snoop Dogg. So now we hop onto my homeboy, codename Lemon Moose, and this is where you kind of got a feel for Activision, because it's like, what are they supposed to do against the Scarlet Witch? I mean, this is just absolutely ridiculous. Pre-order now and get the exclusive operator for Warzone, Soldier 76. Finally, what the people have been asking for. So obviously hacking is one of the biggest problems Warzone and Call of Duty in general has had in the last couple of years. I mean, day 2 of the beta, the guys that make the hacks went on Twitter and started advertising their hacks like they were selling merch, and without a care in the world, man. They're lucky Activision isn't Bungie, because there'd be a Black Ops unit at their house within the hour. So, but aside from sending John Wick, Infinity Ward, and Activision have actually done a lot to stop hacking. Kind of quietly in the background, I didn't see a lot of people making that big of a deal about this, but they released their own kernel level driver like a week or two ago. And I remember when Valorant came out with Vanguard, that was like a huge thing. Everybody was up in arms because Riot was going to go through their computer and find their Overwatch porn. But for some reason, no one really made a fuzz with Call of Duty. But obviously, it's huge for the game. It doesn't definitively stop hacking, but it does allow them to more quickly identify and respond to hacking. Now, the updates weren't live for the beta, which is why it was as rough as it was. Though to be fair, I wouldn't have expected that either. I've never seen hackers during a beta for Call of Duty in my life. I don't get that, honestly. If you're getting your head dunked into toilets at school, I don't see how getting 40 kills in Call of Duty is gonna make that better. But to each their own, I guess. And I actually invite you guys to read through all of the changes yourselves. They're making some huge changes to Ricochet, and it honestly does seem pretty hopeful. Infinity Ward has made all the right changes. They've actually listened to the community feedback and further strengthened their chokehold on hacking. So they've taken all the necessary precautions, and now Warzone 2 just has to deliver. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and roll the outro, bitch. Bitch. Bitch.